US rapper Nicki Minaj says the hate towards Donald Trump motivates her to support him even more. Speaking at the US Treasury Trump Accounts Summit, the musician called herself the president's #1 fan. The pair appeared hand in hand after she spoke in support of Mr. Trump.
The hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work.
Joining us live for this and more is the Fox News contributor Joe Concha. It's good to see you again, Joe. So celebrities are usually the biggest leftists getting around. So you don't see this very often, do you?
Not on the Republican side here across the pond, certainly, for sure. And thanks for having me. Yeah, not just Nicki Minaj, who you just played. She's probably President Trump's #1 fan. But you go through athletes, for example, like Herschel Walker or Lawrence Taylor, Mike Tyson, Dennis Rodman, Darryl Strawberry. And then obviously other rappers outside of Nicki Minaj, like a Snoop Dogg or Dr. Ben Carson, who currently is in his cabinet and has worked with Mr. Trump before. Sage Steele, who's a black former ESPN star, also supports him as well. I could go down the list, but there are plenty of folks out there that are defying what is supposed to be get along to go along to get along in terms of support Democrats. You're not going to embrace any controversy at that point. Nicki Minaj says, I really don't care about that. I have enough followers. I have enough fans. And if some people don't want to listen to me anymore because I support Donald Trump, then so be it.
Yeah, I mean, she's got enough money too. I mean, what's her interest in this and what's her grievance with the Democrats?
Well, I think in general, when you speak to black voters who went for Trump in 2024, and he captured more of the black vote here in the United States than any Republican candidate since 1972. So you got to go back, nearly 55 years to find the last time a Republican did that well. And primarily it's the illegal immigration issue, because what they saw under the Biden administration were 10, 12, 15 million people coming across the border and then engulfing American cities and then stripping, obviously, those cities in terms of their budgets, in terms of education, sanitation. We can talk about police forces being drawn down as well. And that affected legal black residents or legal Hispanic residents in those areas. So they weren't very happy about that at all. They weren't happy, obviously, about the economy. No human being is, no matter what color you are. And they just had enough. So overall, President Trump is appealing to them based on how's the economy doing? Right now, it's doing quite well. In general, just a political incorrectness that makes him more authentic than maybe your average Democrat is to at least some in the community.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the economy, because this was interesting yesterday. We covered this a fair bit, Joe, on this pivot back towards the economy from the US President Donald Trump, who's been accused of focusing too much on foreign affairs, on foreign matters, whether that's Venezuela or whether that's Iran. But now you've got Iran back in the picture this morning, according to his Truth Social account, where he says, there's an armada heading towards Iran. So how do you marry his interest in foreign affairs with the economy, or should that just be part and parcel of being a leader?
I think part and parcel and hand in hand, right? Because what we see in Venezuela, for example, and the snatch and grab of Nicolas Maduro, a notorious narco-terrorist, has had a warrant out for his arrest in the United States for the past 6 years. Obviously, you get him out of there, and obviously you could open up the markets there as far as their massive oil reserves and enriching the Venezuelan people again, because that used to be a shining jewel of South America. 8 million people or something have left that country in a humanitarian crisis like we haven't seen in any part of the world. You enrich the Venezuelan people, you enrich, obviously, the rest of the world in terms of those oil reserves. The United States would be front and center of that. So, yeah, that helps bring down gas prices here where they're already extraordinarily low. And that is like a tax cut to the American people. So you could say, all right, foreign affairs and the economy are two different things. They actually are married. And the same thing goes with Iran as far as taking out their nuclear capabilities. Then, well, that makes Europe and particularly Israel a lot safer. We don't have to spend as much money over there as far as protection. And then those resources could go into our own economy here in the United States. So I think the two really are one and one, as far as if one goes well, then the other one will go well as well.
That's a good point, Joe. Just a final one here too. This is breaking news this morning. Those ICE agents who shot Alex Pretti, they've now been placed on leave. Maybe not unexpected, I should say, given that the Trump administration's recent softening or pullback over the incident.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a big investigation going on. Was force justified here? You can make the case, well, Alex Pretti did approach them with a 9mm semi-automatic weapon with not one but two magazines on him as well. That's something like 50 bullets in addition to what he already had loaded, and had no identification. He was in an altercation the previous week with ICE agents and Border Patrol where he actually broke a rib, so he was there more as an agitator than a protester. All of that said, was he a clear and present danger to those border agents when he got shot? That is what needs to be determined. And while that's being determined, obviously, the folks that were involved shouldn't be on the job until that investigation is complete. It's the responsible thing to do.
So where's Greg Bovino likely to end up?
California. He'll be going back there and running what he was running before. Tom Homan takes over in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Homan is obviously very credible because he worked for the Obama administration and was so successful with those deportation efforts. So he was even given the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama. So Democrats liked him then. If they have a problem with him now, that shows you that the outrage is selective and it's political.
All right, Joe Concha, good to talk to you as always. We'll see you again soon.
Great to see you.